With one solid performance to kick things off, the press wanted to know if and how we could keep that up. But it was still the preseason. And little did I know the impact my answer would have down the road. I got a note the assistant GM wanted to see me a few weeks later. And I thought I might be in trouble. But it turned out to be something totally different. The assistant GM made his notes, and he thanked me. You can imagine my surprise when I read later that we'd actually signed him. The next day, we were doing a meet and greet in the locker room when Coach came in and told us to suit up. We had a training plan. And once we had our cleats laced up and our helmets on, we hit that practice field.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. Every team is going for the same thing, winning that Lombardi. And being perfect in practice is the first step. Hey man, listen, great job today. It's a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're gonna be just fine.
The drills had shown us that adding top-tier talent was only part of the formula. We still had a lot of work to do. We were under the microscope, and I would have to maintain my confidence if we were to make a good showing at our first regular season game.
Wisconsin. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Listen closely, Coach. You can hear the jet skis roaring in the bay just a few miles north of where we sit at Lambeau Field. Just a beautiful late summer day in Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
The Packers take over first and 10.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. It's the opening drive of the game, and the football is in the hands of the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get to it.
Around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. During that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones who beat the Seahawks 28-23.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mutt 56.
First down, going to the air with Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams there to make the grab. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? Looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Interference. Defense.
Well, the crowd. Well, a dream scenario here as we get back into the action. It's a 1st and goal with the ball at the 1-yard line. They'll go with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And
he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Seattle.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
what's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals... On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Now a 2nd down throw from Love here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Now Jones. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's 2nd down, and the defense needing to step up. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 7-yard. Just inside of a minute here remaining in the first half, so the clock is becoming a factor. The offense has the football on their own side of the field. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something?
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Third down. It's Carson. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Prime time, baby.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Third down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden.
It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. Love to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up. Sneak it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win up?
This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right, camera, action.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
12 toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks,